if you can't hear me, right, I can't hear you, Anthony,
No one can
in
hear
the chat.
me. I was muted too. Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
Wow.
if you can hear Amanda,
Why was I
I,
muted?
I can hear you, Kurt, in chat.
Yeah, that would be the ideal thing to do.
You should be able to hear both of us now, and our levels should be pretty good.
Yeah, with Anthony and I in the same place, it's only a both now. Anthony and I have merged into one
It's
being.
one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
why
two
when
screens
we
today.
talk, we finish
Each other's sentences.
Actually,
Actually,
we say the same words when we talk because
we have the same brain. Duh.
Right.
I was actually just reading about conjoined twins today, so it's funny that you said
What did you learn about conjoined twins?
Well, did you know that there are two Canadian conjoined twins who are, I guess it's one set of twins, who are joined at the brain and they can see through each other's eyes. And
Whoa.
yeah,
Whoa.
is that bananas?
That's very
Wow.
strange.
Yeah. They were born in 2006, which means that they are adults now.
Do they like it?
I don't know, being an adult is kind of a rock.
Does anyone like it? So they can see through their own eyes and each other's eyes?
Yeah, yeah.
What does that even mean?
They share the thalamus of the brain as a bridge between their individual brains. They got like a 1.5 brain situation,
Right.
as
Wow.
I best understand. I don't
That
know
is
if that's how the scientists would describe their brain situation. They might say the thalamus thing I said earlier.
But I don't even know how to imagine how do I imagine being able to see two sets of things? I don't even know what to compare it to.
Well, you know when one of your eyes goes the wrong direction and
Oh,
then you
yeah.
have two images?
Yeah, it's kind of
It's
like
just like that.
that. Okay.
You guys like when I do this, right? This is attractive. All streamers need eyes that point different directions.
I can only see one side of his face. I didn't even know what was happening.
I don't
It's
know. I
true.
tried to do it. Did I do it?
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Whoa, did I do it?
Yeah.
No? Oh, look at that. I can control my
Don't like
eyes. It's weird because then it's like your vision is not lined up. I can also cross my eyes too.
Hello everybody in chat. Rapala wants to ask a big favor. What's up, Rapala?
What do you want to ask,
Ask a
Rapala?
big favor.
Paul, I can't watch your cat again. I was too much pressure last time.
Gilgamesh, thank you for saying that it went way better than what you expected when we talked at the same time. Me too, to be honest.
That's how we always are off stream, though.
Yeah,
Anthony and I would just be saying one set of words.
we only divide our words on stream because we thought, we want you to
Easier to
get your
understand.
money's worth.
That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah, this stream is augmented by the potential that Kurt and I can hug each other, which has never
Yes.
happened before.
It's
Not in
pretty.
our
It's pretty
lives.
cool. I am not allowed to hug. That's why I'm on my own screen. We're
You have
actually
a
all
screen
in the same
just
place
together.
right now, but I'm not
I mean,
allowed
yeah,
to
this is
sit.
the same building. I think we've been through this. We all do live in the same building, but Amanda's not allowed in the same unit that we're in.
We're in the same building, but just in different cities.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very large building.
That's how Canada's built. Nobody wants to go outside, so we just made one big building.
Canada's just one big building. This sounds plausible.
It's
Yeah.
it's a
I think
new
you should believe it. Yeah.
That's why we don't have high-speed rail yet. Because they're like, why?
You can't put it inside.
You can't put it inside.
That doesn't make any sense.
Is a subway inside? And then
Fast.
all of Canada had to sit down for a while and decide if subways are inside or not.
That's why our internet is
Yeah.
so expensive, because we all use the internet, but it's like one internet, so the bill is like insane.
Yeah.
And the amount that they have to put to just make it so that everyone can use the internet at the same time inside the building that is Canada. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Right. We just have one really expensive AT&T subscription.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, weirdly, it's America Online, which isn't doing us any favors.
Maybe
We all
that's
share
the
one.
problem. Yeah, maybe that's the
Yeah,
problem. with
it's
it.
Canada at AOL dot, and we couldn't even get comms, so we're .ca. That's how it
Which is
started.
crazy, yeah.
Otto,
Yeah.
you're on Twitch listening to the same talk improv. This is the same talk improv, yes. Playing on both channels, Twitch and YouTube. When we talk on this channel, it's all improv because we don't know what we're gonna say. We don't know what's happening. All we know
Every
is
stream.
yeah. All we know is that we are here to play a game. A little game
Well,
called Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. Usually, well,
that's-
right now,
that's
for now,
true.
until we finish this game, and then when we'll be back to square one.
That's a good point. We should good reminder, Amanda, that we actually do play other games.
We do
sometimes.
sometimes.
We've never proven that on this channel.
No, this
Not
that
yet.
could just be fine.
Could
Oh.
be a lie, but
Could be
if
a
it
lie.
was, we would ask, well, do you enjoy it?
I know I do. We should introduce who we are.
Yes.
And then we should introduce the game. And then we
Yes.
should play it. That's,
Yes, that sounds
that's
good.
my
I like all
agenda
these
for today.
ideas.
Thank you.
Order of
Thank
business
you.
established.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
We're gonna start doing more agendas. We could do 5-minute stand-ups at the beginning of each stream. It's kind of
That's
checking in on
kind
how-
of what
can't
we
call
do.
this-
I think we already do that. I think it's just called us talking
Oh.
at the beginning of a stream about random stuff.
Before we enter introduction land, I do want to say we'll be thinking positive vibes about your friend and the situation, Paul.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Recall sending good
Especially
vibes your
this time of
way.
year. So, who are we? Not like philosophically, guys. What are your names?
I'm Anthony, and I am a children's author sometimes, a friend of Kurt and Amanda's, a person visiting home for the holidays, and a lover of role-playing games of all sorts. And I'm here almost every Monday playing games with these two. Kurt, who are you?
My name's Kurt. I, too, love role-playing games. Sometimes I make them. I live in the city that Anthony is visiting, and so I get the lovely little holiday benefit of a little bit of Anthony time on my hands. In fact, I think we're going to do a little 2 days in a row Anthony sighting over here, which is a rare and pleasant treat. But that stopped being about me and started being about my social life. So,
And about
Amanda,
me.
who the heck are you?
Hello, I'm Amanda. This is a stream that I'm on sometimes, and I am a gamer and a cosplayer and a streamer and a YouTuber. An actor. That's what I do. I am on another channel that is called VampX13. No one really knows that, though. Everyone just calls me Amanda. And even on YouTube, people go, "What do you mean, Vamp? What is that?" And I'm like, "That's me.
Oh.
That's my username." So that's my username, but you can also call me Amanda. I am, a person that does variety streams. So I do a variety of things on my own Twitch. I play video games. I do cosplay. I build Legos. Sometimes I also play tabletop RPGs. And we used to have a little show together that we called the Stream Team, which was the three of us playing indie tabletop RPGs, which is what we're doing here now. And then it's so much of its own thing that we said, why don't we just have our own channel? So that's what we're doing with this, and that's why you're here, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play a little game called Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. We don't normally do campaigns. We normally do one-shots, but when we do campaigns, you don't want to
do
miss
them.
them because they're really good.
I'll take
And we
that.
play
You know
really
what?
fun
They are
games.
really good.
They are
They're
really
so having
good.
a good time and they turn out well. I should say, Amanda, you are emboldening me to maybe start introducing myself to people as, "Hi, I'm Kurt, I'm a gamer," which is how you started.
Wow.
I don't think I will do that, though, because
Powerful.
I would, in fact,
What?
be embarrassed. I
You'd
would
be embarrassed to say you're a gamer?
Embarrassed of what you are?
Don't have game shame.
Look,
Hey.
I got game shame.
Why?
Well, if you say it,
no
it's
game
cool. A little alternative, a little fun. If I say
Mm.
it, it's like, this man has no sustenance
no
or
life.
personal relationships that matter in his life.
Right. When you say it, people are like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
And when Amanda says it, people are like, oh.
Well, that's fun. And you bake?
Yes,
Why
and
not?
I bake. Why not? Why not do it all? Interesting. Yeah, I guess it is. That is what I said. And I mean what I said. I am a gamer. I'm not always good at it, but hopefully it's at least entertaining. That's the most I hope for. I'm like, as long as people enjoy whatever I'm doing. We've actually been playing Indiana Jones and The Great Circle on my Twitch. Have you caught any of that, Kurt? I know sometimes you're in the streams.
I am boycotting the game because the name is too silly.
Ah,
I heard it spoken aloud once, and I thought,
I can't with
that's
that
so
name.
silly.
The Great
Why is there a
Circle.
great circle?
It's
Why
around
isn't
the
it an
Earth.
okay triangle? Is what I'm asking.
I don't know. We haven't really found. I mean, there's been an allusion to it so far, but we haven't really found the Great Circle yet. So I'll let you know how
So it
silly
is
it
safe.
is. Yeah, it's been fun though, but it's a game that I really struggle with at times, and I'm like, I don't know if I should even be playing this online. Is this embarrassing? But everyone seems to really enjoy it, so hopefully it's not too embarrassing for you guys.
This? No, this is
No,
great.
not this. Me playing Indiana Jones, not this.
Oh no, that is embarrassing. I can't deal with that. That's not funny.
It's deeply embarrassed.
Yeah, I can't even. There was a mental block. I couldn't even engage with it. But what we're doing today is not Indiana Jones or playing Indiana Jones. Phrasing. We are playing a game called Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, which is about a magical bed and breakfast and the witch who sold her heart to create it. And today, more than any day, it's going to be about Yazeba, the titular, the eponymous witch of the bed and breakfast, because today we're doing a special holiday episode called A Mug of Winter Cheer, a Cup of Winter Cheer, a Mug of Winter Cheer. And we'll tell a little story about a night-turned frog, Parish, and a witch who might not be having a great time while all the holiday festivities are happening. So perhaps, without further ado, maybe with a tiny bit of ado so that Amanda can open up the text for the chapter, but outside of that,
And in that ado, I feel like we should just suggest that if you could find yourself a mug of winter cheer, it would be very appropriate for this evening to drink
Should
a little
I
winter cheer.
get
from
my
us.
eggnog, or should I have my root beer?
Root beer is a wonderful drink of winter cheer.
the thing is, I feel like if you make root beer in the original sense,
Kind of.
it seems pretty wintry, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
deep,
true.
and it's roots.
Pretty
Roots
wintry.
are wintry.
Roots are wintry.
Roots are wintry because nothing else is alive.
Working well.
That's right.
You want to see root beer?
Yeah,
Whoa,
show me,
he's going to get
show
root
me
beer,
that
guys.
root beer.
Show me that root beer.
I freaking will.
Also, thank you to Chris for this root beer, who got this for me in my last stream. It's very good. This was my second A&W burger that came because we thought the first one didn't work, but then it did. So I ordered another one. And the first one, they ran out of root beer, so they gave me this Dasani water bottle instead. They were like, sorry, we ran out of root beer, so we just gave you this water bottle. And I was like,
Bizarre.
And then the second one, though, they didn't, so I got root beer. Yay.
Does this make you feel like winter?
I feel
think
wintry
it's
looking at it.
dirt
It's
in a
very root
jar.
beer. It's
So
roots.
this is sassafras,
Yeah.
which is an actual root. Sassafras.
That's what they
well,
made root beer out of originally.
It's kind of bark.
yeah.
Root beer is made of a bunch of
Sarsaparilla.
things. Sarsaparilla, yeah, sassafras. There's burdock root sometimes, which has got a kind of bubblegum note if sweetened, which is
Yeah.
quite pleasant. Licorice is an often component. Controversial to some of you who are currently cringing at the idea of licorice entering your lives.
Your
But
lives. your,
Sassafras.
your
Check
bloodstream.
it out.
A cup of winter. Oh, I see it. It's 132. But is it really? Let's find out. It is. Wow. It worked.
Oh,
I looked at. I entered it
Anthony
into
has
the
this
PDF.
storybook here.
Wait, but is there a chapter? Oh, there is 25. Oh, okay.
Coming all to you. Read it like this. Like
Oh.
story time.
That's cute.
But these are just regular. These are intermediate chapters.
We're
This is
early
technically an
chapters
early-
still.
Oh, this is an early
intermediate
chapter.
Must be unlocked.
That's right.
This is a legacy game, interestingly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
True.
can't do it all.
Can't
at
do
the
it all.
start.
My knees
Yeah.
hurt.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Sorry, I
Well.
just had to share that.
Have you been sitting all day?
Yes.
Is your body slowly breaking down?
Yes.
Like dubstep.
Dubstep.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to... I have other work to do after this, but I'm definitely going to take a break, I think, to do some yoga because my knees... Ouch. I'm just...
Ouch.
It's because I
Not
always sit
pleased.
cross-legged, and I don't think that's good for my knees.
Oh, we've spoken about this
Yeah.
and how it does you no favors.
But anyways, you guys are great.
A mug of winter cheer.
And let's talk
Oh.
about a mug of winter cheer. And sorry to interrupt about my knees.
In which Parish worries about Yazeba while they drink hot cocoa by the fire.
How does clockwise work?
I think let's just keep standard clockwise, which is Anthony, Amanda, Kurt. That's also left to right, starting in the middle, which
Great.
is not so bad.
Cool. Here we go. Oh, story time. The bed and breakfast had been completely covered in snow for 2 days, barring entrance and exit, yet somehow no one was miserable. Everyone was bundled up in the coziest sweaters they could find. Old-timey music played on the chunky radio, and the lights of the bed and breakfast took on a beautiful warmth against the blanket of snow outside. It was perfect, or at least nearly perfect. All tonight needed was...
Is it my turn? Which are we going to go in a
Yes.
line like this? Okay. Cocoa's ready, Parish called from the kitchen. And from couches and pillow forts, the whole B&B descended on the tall steel pot, overflowing with rich chocolate, cinnamon, milk, peppermint, and care. This is really making me want hot chocolate. All the mugs were pulled down from the racks, with long ladles filled with the warm concoction. Bowls of handmade whipped cream were quickly emptied, and playful accusations of marshmallow theft flew through the air. Everyone was here, and no one besides Parish noticed that only one tired witch was missing.
Only on rare occasions would Yazeba leave her study, but Parish found her in front of the fireplace in the parlor, wrapped in a heavy quilt with her feet up on a stool. A hefty old tome was open on her lap. Parish placed a mug of cocoa down next to her and settled into an antique floral armchair.
How's everything holding up? Parish took a sip from his own cup.
Yazeba went to lash out. Yeah. Getting ready to mutter, none of your business, or why do you care? Before she looked at her cocoa. A gentle line of steam danced up from the rich chocolate, nestled in a commemorative mug shaped exactly like the bed and breakfast, with one chimney looped out as a handle. She picked up her cup in both hands, held it close to her face, and for the first time in many years, could feel its warmth.
Ugh.
So, just to answer Otto's question out loud, this is a GM-less game, so today we are all going to be playing characters as the game sort of directs the flow of the story. The characters, interestingly, are pre-made. They are part of the book, hard-coded into it, and they are changed only by the ways that we portray them. Speaking of which, today's chapter is going to have 2 definitely characters and 1 or 2 additional characters based on there will be Yazeba, the witch, there will be Parish, our frog chef, and there will be anyone cozy. We think someone cozy could come around.
The fun of this game is that we get to choose who the characters are. We also get to choose who plays the characters, as that can vary each week and has. So we have to first figure out which other characters we're going to play and which of us will be playing them, and sometimes how many characters we play.
Sure.
But what do you guys think? Do we have a sense of is this just mostly a 3-character affair? It feels intimate.
Yeah.
It
I don't
does
wanna
feel
hold-
intimate. Yeah. I'd say 3 or 4. I don't think
Yeah.
you wanted to go
Let's
too
say
big.
3, and then if it feels right to pull somebody in partway through,
We can do that.
we can
Yeah,
do that.
then we can
Great.
do that. I like that.
All right. Well, does anybody feel a strong urge of someone cozy who is not yet here, is not Yazeba, is not Parish, they'd like to bring in? That's one way we can figure this out.
Right.
Let's see.
We have just been unlocking more and more guests,
That's true. There's a lot to guess.
which is fun.
Someone cozy.
Mm-hmm. We don't have a whole lot of cozy folks other than perhaps Percy Combustion,
He's cozy.
Yeah,
the
Percy.
rabbits in the garden who wear little outfits.
They're cozy in a sense.
I would consider them cozy. Uh, Normally, I would say Gertrude, but our dear Gertrude is having some challenges right now and would maybe not be cozy at all. And then we have the Moon Prince, one of our newest cast members, crashed from the sky.
What about the house?
Yeah, yeah, the house is a little secret character that we found. Where did we find it, folks? Well, you see, if you're holding the book and you just happen to, let's say, take a little gander at the inside cover, you'll find the house.
Can you see that all right? Says the house.
It's a
It's a
secret.
whole character.
It's a secret
Just-
character.
Just for those that would find it.
Wow, that's so cool.
And we did find it.
Because we're very smart.
So cool.
That's really neat. Maybe we have the house. I've looked at the rules of this chapter, and I feel like, to me, house doesn't make sense as a chat around the fire guest. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just not thinking creatively enough.
Well, what are the rules of the chapter? And then I'll tell you if I think there's a way that the house could be played. Let's talk about that,
Okay.
and then maybe we'll pick a character
Going
after
through
that.
the rules
Yeah.
of the chapter.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a pensive moment chapter.
Okay.
Pensive mood, sorry, chapter, which we've played before. And so normally in a pensive mood chapter, there's going to be a number of questions on the board with tokens on them. And every time we do a bingo or a whoopsie, to remind you, a bingo is like something a character can do that sort of like expresses the best version of themselves, and a whoopsie is sort of an expression of maybe a not so good version of themselves, some bad habits, those sorts of things. If you do a bingo or a whoopsie, you take one of the tokens off of one of the questions, your choice. And if you do a bingo, you get to keep it. If you do a whoopsie, you give it to somebody who can best learn from your mistakes. And normally we're trying to take the tokens off the question, and then if we empty a question, we have to all answer that question together, something like that. Things are a bit different today. We will have one question that's sort of being posed by Parish. So Parish is going to choose one question that everyone might answer at the end. And then we're also each going to have a mug with 5 tokens on it in the middle of our board, our virtual board here. And when we pull the last of the tokens off of our own cup by doing a bingo or a whoopsie, we will tell everybody present something we really like about them, I think. Let me just make sure I got that correct. Tell every person something you genuinely like about them. And if one of those compliments resonates, we will write it on the character sheet and let it become part of that character.
Aw.
And everyone has additional bingos today. Everybody can sit by the fire and listen, which is kind of what we're doing, and everyone can get comfy, which is pretty cute. And whoever's playing Parish is going to get to choose a question. Some of the suggestions are, how can I help when I don't know how? How do you keep trying even when it's hard? And what must I do to feel like I'm enough? And once all of the questions, all the tokens, there's 9 tokens on to start, once they're all removed, we'll each go around and we'll try to answer that question for ourselves as best as we can. When we have tokens, which we'll have as we collect them, we can use those tokens to pose questions to Yazeba. So anybody can ask a question to Yazeba and put a token on it. Yazeba need not answer it, but she can if she wishes. But she can happily ignore it. And other people can put more tokens on it to kind of like re-poke her and say, hey, answer this, hey, answer this. At the end, if Yazeba doesn't feel like any of the questions are right, she will just ignore them all and go back to her room. But if even one of the questions feels like that's the right question to ask, however you interpret that, she will hold on to that question and put it on her character sheet at the end of the round, end of this game, but not say the answer out loud. Yeah, that's I think everything we need to know.
Nice. Nice.
Cool. Sorry, I'm just trying to actually set up our game, which was not set up properly. So I heard some of that.
Oh, I can repeat stuff.
I basically understand that we have to answer questions. Something about there's tokens in a cup, and when we do that, we have to like tell each other something nice about each other. Something like that.
We should always okay. New pitch for our stream.
Okay.
Okay. Before the stream, what we should call it? We call it broken TT telephone. And, before the game, I tell you, Amanda, while you're setting up the stream, how to play the game.
Yes.
And then we start the stream, and Amanda tries to retell us how to play the game, having only heard it once while distracted. And then we play whatever it is that she says, and we like get to make up a new game every week.
Every week. Brand new game every week.
Yeah. If we ever have copyright issues with any game, we try it. We'll just make our own. Okay, so the quick summary, Amanda, is, and this is probably helpful because it's hard to keep things in your head. So, pensive. So we're doing bingos or whoopsies to take tokens off of questions or mugs. Each person has their own mug. Each character has their own mug with 5 tokens on it. And if you take off all the tokens, you have to tell each person around the table something you genuinely like about them. And if it's really good, you can put it on your character sheet.
Ooh, if it's really good, you can add it to your character sheet. That's cool.
Yeah, it's very sweet. And there's also, Parish is going to choose a question, and it's going to have 9 tokens on it, and when the last token's removed, we'll all go around the table and try to answer them together.
Okay.
We also can pose new questions to Yazeba. So you can use one of the tokens you already have, and ask a new question to Yazeba and put a token on it.
Okay.
To kind of prod her to answer the question. She doesn't have to answer the question, but she can consider it, think about it. And at the end of the game, if we've asked a question that Yazeba thinks is the right question to ask, because we don't know what's bothering her. We don't even know what the right question is to ask. Mm-hmm. But if we find the right question to ask, the person playing Yazeba thinks, that seems right. She won't answer the question, but she will put it on the character sheet as an important question to mark what Yazeba is thinking about.
Okay.
That's it. So we just want some characters who are going to sit around our fire all cozy and
ask questions.
Yeah, bare their soul a little bit.
Sure.
Ask each other questions, get cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, I would say, yeah, maybe not the house, but I do think you could still, I mean, what does the house sheet say? Let me look at this. Pick us if you want to hold everything and everyone. The value in even inanimate things draws your attention. Everyone is inside the B&B for this chapter. Bingos. Contain multitudes. Shelter someone who needs it. Assemble my stairs, rooms, and walls into a helpful configuration. Manifest always as Yazeba's love, regardless of her actions. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Whoopsies. Allow Yazeba's subconscious emotions to rattle my form and even become more labyrinthine. Drag people together or push them apart, leaving no clear paths to where they started. Try my hardest, in a housey way, to snoop, snitch, solicit, trespass, romance, or make unnecessary small talk. Be pretty. 3 fun facts. When Yazeba sold her heart to create me, all the love in her tired body wove its way into my walls, and I alone still hold the feelings of the love she once had for her friends and herself. I shift and flux myself at will, depending on how I, or Yazeba, feels. Coziness becomes close rooms and clear paths, while fury or dread create dizzying halls and impossible geometries. Creaking floorboards and door hinge squeaks are a few ways that I communicate, though I'm not sure many people notice. So, I feel like the house could actually be a good, additional character to this chapter if we wanted to play with them.
Just keep them bingos and whoopsies around.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
However, we're talking
cozy. Players. Yeah, what do you think?
I'm thinking we got a couple of old ladies, and either of them could be a good fit.
Yeah.
We have an old vampire, Lady Sheridan Sherry Dusson, and we have Yola Oleander, our shrubbery woman.
We haven't seen Sherry in a while, so she could be fun.
We have not. Probably since the first episode, actually.
For real?
I would guess. We might have
What was the first episode?
washing, laundry day.
Laundry Day was the first episode?
I think so.
No,
definitely
the
not.
play was the first episode. That was the
Play was the
Oh,
first
that's
episode.
true.
chapter.
Yeah,
I
you
saw it
got
on
It
the
was
me
our
there.
second chapter
Amazing.
that we did. But yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the only time we've had Sherry in it.
Yeah, Sherry seems kind of cute. She definitely would be around the fire drinking coffee. I mean, she literally has a hot cup of tea in her hand in her character portrait in
She
the book. So.
does, yeah.
Okay, so if those are our core 3 and our little housey addition, who do we think is each of the main, let's say, humanoid characters?